guys. Thank you for joining us today. Today we bring you another episode. We will be interviewing an expat who lives in Czech Republic here for some time now. We will be delving into life living in Czech Republic, how she got here, and also she's married. We'll also be looking at how the intercultural marriage is going with her, and then some lessons that we'll be learning from her. So we have our guest with us here. Veronika, welcome to the show.
Hi, welcome everyone.
Yeah. Please, can you introduce yourself to us, and then for how long have you lived in Prague or Czech?
Yeah. So I'm Veronika, and I'm from Ukraine, and I'm living in Czech Republic around 5 years already. And yeah, it was quite spontaneous for me to move to Czech Republic, and I just packed my bag in 3 days and come to Prague and start work. For the beginning, it was really hard for me, but finally I'm here and sit on this interview.
It's okay. So, was it like a job that brought you, or a relationship, or what motivated you to move here?
I married for a long time already, like we're together, but first I came because of work.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. One Russian company invited me to come and stay here like a chef.
Okay.
In one restaurant.
Oh, okay.
And I was approved this proposal, and I think okay, I can try. But for beginning, it was so hard for me and so stressful because I think oh my gosh, it's Czech Republic, it's so far.
In a new country.
And I don't speak any language. How I will survive? What I'm gonna do? And chef position is a bit high, okay. And I think how I will communicate with people, how I will work in the kitchen. People will listen to me or not, and this kind of things make me so
you were
scared and stressful. But then when I came, I realized that all people who works in this company, they were Russian speaking, okay. And that's why for me it was really easy to communicate with them. So and it was so nice.
Good. So tell me, if you had difficulty in integrating, because when you move to a different country, there's so many differences. How did you manage to adjust to the culture, the language, things like that, and also work? How did you manage to adjust? Some difficulty you went through?
Yeah, exactly. So for beginning, thanks God we have internet in this world.
Of course, we are living in the 21st century.
So
lucky to be part of it.
That's what I did. Don't tell anyone. I watched a couple of TV shows on YouTube, okay. Or travel show, which about Czech Republic, and I already know, for example, if you came to Czech Republic, you should click on this green button on tram because otherwise door will not open, okay. Or something like that, and some other things, I already know some words, what they mean, because I just watched this TV show and try to remember as much as possible before I arrived to Czech Republic. So, and for me, it was nice what this company, which invited me to work with them, was a Russian company, and all people who works, it was Russian-speaking people, from Belarus, from Russia, from Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Ukraine, all together, and we speak Russian. And I ask all kind of possible questions to them. I ask where I can buy litachka like this, train tickets, when I can open my card, for bank account, where it's better. And everyone, wanna show me something, wanna show me city.
So really, they were very helpful to you.
Yeah, they always invite me somewhere, to nightclub, to museum, to nice cafe place, and always call me, contact me, and help me with all kind of questions that I have.
That's good. So you have some support.
I think it's important to talk to other people and never hesitate, never be shy, and ask questions. If you even don't understand something, ask it twice, ask it 10 times, or ask some other people, ask some different opinion. But if you will just close into yourself and think everyone, you will scare a lot of people in general, and this world, you will never get any help for this world.
That is true, actually.
Yeah.
That's nice. So I think you had a very good transition. And I can see now you speak Czech. So how did you manage to transition from not understanding Czech now to speaking Czech?
For beginning, it was really worth because as long as the work is in this Russian company, I speak only Russian because I didn't learn any other language because all my friends at work, everywhere, I talk only to Russian-speaking people. And that's why it was really horrible because I just know this kind of word which I can say like in market, like "Kashku prosim" or "Shishti like the kind of basic things, yeah. But then when they closed this restaurant and I start looking for another job, I find another work. It was TGI Fridays.
Yeah.
It was American restaurant, American company, and people on the kitchen they also was from different country and we speak English, and most of the time Czech, of course. And that time I was just thinking like, oh my gosh, they speak Czech. Maybe they speak about me. Maybe they make some gossip because I just heard my name and something else. And I know, like, okay, my name, maybe I look weird, maybe I'm doing something wrong, and I just try to understand what they're talking about all the time. And I came to them and just listen. And also, because I speak Russian, some words sometimes similar
to
or, like, you can a little bit, like, so far understand what's going on. Exactly. And that's why when I start working in this company, and I start communicate with people and ask what this means, what that means, and they really was helpful. Like they never judge me for you don't speak Czech or you don't speak English or like something like that. They really helped me a lot to learn Czech language, and I was learning at work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So did you go to language school to learn?
No. I never been in any language school or any other language course, but I just try to read news.
Yeah.
I follow some Czech group and news channel on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and also try to speak at work.
I see.
Yeah.
Really, that's what do you call it? A very marvelous transition, because some people have to go to language school and sometimes it's even difficult. But you never went to language school and you managed to be able to speak Czech. And I could attest your Czech because you were able to speak to the people when you came.
Yeah, but because I'm still young. Like my mom say, it's hard for her to remember some information because she was already old. Mm-hmm. But I still have this power and energy.
Okay. So now let's back. You are married, right?
Yes.
Exactly. I'm married to someone from where?
My husband from Turkey.
Okay. Yep. So good. So let's look at it in intercultural marriage. How is it? Like, to be married to someone in a different culture?
My husband lives in Czech Republic longer than me, around 8 years. And before, he also lived in different kind of countries. So he lives in Ireland and also in Mexico. Yeah. And he born normally in Croatia. Yeah. And then it was some war, and his family was moved to Turkey and set down there. But anyway, he's so easygoing person, and he not the typical Turkish, I can say.
No, like, so in terms of like, is there like difficulty when you are married to someone, for instance, not from your culture, like,
Yeah, but what I want to say, because of all these things, like together, he lives in other country, he lives here for a long time, I can say he almost same like me. We don't feel any difference between us, like in culture or religious things. No. I can say what we never had any discussion. I also talked about it with him yesterday, and we just realized that we never had any discussion about it. Never. We have some problem, for example. I don't know. It's difficult to say what. Okay. And because maybe once he made for me breakfast, and he made oat pancake. It was salty one, and I think like, what is this? And he said, yeah, I like it. We eat it all the time. It's so popular here, like everywhere in our family. But for me, oat, it's only sweet. with banana or strawberry, no, with honey on the top. And I was like, no, I never eat and I never see this kind of things. Never cook it for me again. That's all.
So it means so there's no really, because he has really traveled around, like experienced other cultures, so it has made it very easy for made it very easy in the marriage. So the differences in culture doesn't come that much because you don't even have any differences.
No, exactly no. And also some part of his family they Muslim, and some part they Christian. Yeah, and even there they don't have any conflict on it. So we all respect each other. So if he wanna have his place, like he wanna pray to his God or their God, or we just don't care. It's your business, it's your things. You just think what you want, and we don't care much about it. Like we care, but we never push to believe what I believe, or push to do something what I want to make. Yeah. So we open mind on this way, and we just make our life more interesting with our culture, because, for example, in Ukraine, they also like drink tea all the time. So, for example, if you're sad, you drink tea. If you're happy, you drink tea. If you invite some friends, you drink tea. If friends don't come to your place, you also can make tea and drink tea.
I think tea is a solution to everything.
Yes. So, if you're sick, you also drink tea. If you're happy, every time you drink tea. In Turkey, they have same tea culture. Like everywhere. You came to some shoe store to buy some shoes, and you just start talk to people in the store, and they serve tea for you with sugar or with some bonbon or with baklava. There's this kind of thing. And for me, it's shocked. But this culture like this, and that's why in this way we're so similar, and we always drink tea and sit in one table and have some dinner or lunch anywhere and drink tea, and it's make our family more close to each other.
That's good.
Yeah.
So at least that's a great, because I asked that question because some people, for instance, maybe I am the person is Czech or maybe it's Ukrainian. I prefer to marry or to be in a relationship with someone who is Ukrainian because there's people have phobia, things that they don't know. So they prefer to get married into the same culture that they are from, or so they are scared of marrying another person from another culture or in a relationship with someone who is a different culture. So that's why I asked that question, because we need to espouse that view or the notion out there that it is hard to date somebody from different culture.
Because when I was younger and I just live in Ukraine, and I live in Kiev, and of course, like a lot of people comes to cities, like to Kiev and walk in city center. And when you walk, like it's a lot Arabic people, for example, Ghana's people, they all come to study in university, in Ukraine, because it's more cheaper, doesn't matter. So I already know about this kind of people and the difference. And I never imagined me to meet with some other nationalities.
Apart from Ukrainian?
No. I just think like my husband will be Ukrainian. We will speak Russian together, and everything like this. I never imagined anything like that. But I even never dreamed to go somewhere, like to go abroad. Because for me, it was like people who go to Paris or like to somewhere else. It was like rich people, and I think like it's not my level. I'm not on this level, I cannot travel so easily, or I cannot go abroad for living, because I live here, I live in Ukraine, I live in Kiev, no, it's my home.
Here is your home,
Yes, but then everything changed, and I came to Czech Republic, and my life like changed a lot, and I start meet any other people like around me at work, in the street, in place where I live. So I understand what we all saying. For me, like, doesn't matter where you're from. I just counted people like good people and bad people.
Exactly.
I don't see this difference between you are black, you are Asian, you are Ukrainian, you are Russian, you are, I don't know, like French, Italian, and other things.
I see. That's good. So, with you, I know that you guys got married, I think in Turkey, all right?
Yeah.
So, how was it, the you know, because there are two different cultures, like the different culture, the celebration, how was it? Was it something you expected or it was surprising for you? Tell me.
At first, I always dream about my wedding, what it's gonna be like wedding for two people, for me and my husband.
Yeah.
Hey, that's all. But when Mir told me what in Turkey, they have like classical Turkish wedding with 500 people.
500 people?
Yeah, I was like, what is this? 500 people? It's like stadium, you know? It's, I don't know. And his family helped us a lot with organization with our wedding. They support me a lot. Yeah, so
Because they are quite family oriented. So,
yeah. And we have kind of Turkish traditional wedding with Turkish tradition things, and which for me really new, and I never heard about it. But for me it was interesting, and I know what it's important for his family, and that's why we was agreed to make one wedding in Turkey, and another one like wedding reception we made in Prague, and also we make photo shooting in Prague.
Oh, okay.
With the dress which I want, which I choose, you know. So I don't have any problem with that. We was totally happy, and that's why.
And it was beautiful because from the way you're telling me, it's like 500 people.
And in our wedding it was almost 700 people.
So, not even 5, it was more than that.
It was more, but their wedding totally different than, for example, our wedding, because in our wedding we prepare a lot of food, and we just drink and dance a lot. It was no alcohol. It was just a little bit food, but we dance all together. We dance also our first dance, which was pretty much classic, and I also wear white dress as well. So in general, it was so fun, so nice, but I was just tired because even I don't remember all name of these people, and I just like, hello, and I just smiling all the time and shake their hands or hugging them, and that's all. I make picture. But for me, it was like a hard day. But anyway, it was nice to learn something from their culture and meet all his family. And you know what? It's interesting. They also smiley, so lovely, so helpful. You know, they just all the time came to me and say, "Oh, you look so gorgeous. Oh, you look so beautiful. We love you. We like both of you." Like they wish us a lot good things and bless us.
And blessings.
Yeah, it was super nice, and I feel this good energy from his family.
That's so great. I'm really impressed.
You know, I'm not a person to talk about it because I don't have any extra things, like any bad things to talk about it. Because I'm such a lucky one because I know what some family have some discussion and some crazy things, you know, between like if they have some culture different marriage, but we don't have it.
That's good. So how was it also? Because I know if you're married outside the Czech Republic and then you want to register your marriage here, it involves like, you know, this bureaucratic of documentation, bring this here, bring that, because, and is it difficult? Like, was it difficult getting all this? Because you need to submit everything to, I think, Mijado, I don't know what it's called.
So, in Turkey, we have not official marriage.
Okay.
It's like was traditional wedding, everything, but it was not official. So then we back to Czech Republic, and we decide to marry officially. We just go to Matrický úřad, like to government this place, and we ask what we need to do. They give us some special list with all documents what we need, and actually we prepare everything really fast because we got all information. We just make translate to Czech language. And that's all.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't that hard for us. it just took some time because we need to go to my embassy, to his embassy, like all together. Yeah, make for translation. But in general, it wasn't expensive. It wasn't that long, and also we was lucky one because normally it's really hard to find day because we live in Prague one, and we go to this.
Matrika?
Like Matrika and Prague 1, yeah, and it's always busy because everyone wanna marry in Prague 1 because they have this obradní scene in Staroměstské náměstí, in the old town. And it's like so old and so beautiful, and that's why we don't have free slot for our wedding, and we think like what we should do, blah blah blah. And then this lady says, but someone cancels their marriage, and they have day in 1 month for us. And we say, okay, we can take it. It doesn't matter for us.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was really fast.
Oh, okay. Veronika, so let's look at it. I guess all of you speak different. Like, of course, your first language is different. Mira has said your husband's first language is also different. So have you faced some kind of communication differences in terms of like understanding each other sometimes, or it's just like perfectly like that you don't have issues with communication?
So we have some issue, of course, a lot of issue. For the beginning, it was really hard sometimes because I don't speak English that well, and my husband speaks it good, really good. And when I want to explain something, what I feel or what I think, I always struggle in what I should say, and I forget some words.
Just of way to use.
Yeah, and that's why I try to explain like this.
With your hand.
Like in all possible way which I can know, like which I know, I try to explain as much as possible. Or I also use translate, and he tried to understand me, and sometimes he also tried to guess what I mean, you know. Yeah, but like some huge discussion we never had about it because we know what we. For example, he don't speak Russian, I speak Russian. Like, yeah, but I don't judge him. Why you don't speak Russian or something like that. But for example, I also teach him Russian. That's why he can communicate with my family. But my family is so small, of course, and it's not much things he can discuss about. But I also try to learn a little bit Turkish. It's a really hard language for me, I think. But I try to do my best. And also his family is so happy when I came to Turkey to visit them. I try to say at least something, like some small things. Yeah, and they're like so happy and they're so love and so fun when I just try to say, even when I make mistake, you know, it doesn't matter. They never say like, oh, you are stupid or something like that. No, they just, yeah, you know, new words, like you're so cool. Let's talk about it, like more. And they try to make like in a good way all the time.
Very supportive.
Yeah. Like sometimes maybe it's not that easy, but I speak Czech better, and of course, like sometimes I help to my husband to go somewhere to some government.
Translation.
Yeah, and talk in Czech, other things. But we all understand what we don't speak only one language. We daily use 3 language minimum.
Oh.
So that's why it's really hard to remember everything. And even sometimes I know what to say, but on my head I have like mix with all kinds of this language, and I just block my brain is blocked and I cannot say. I understand what I mean, but I cannot speak well. Yeah, because even my brain doesn't work. Yeah. Sometimes I just came to work, for example, or some other place, but I'm so tired. I don't know what to say. I think something and I say, okay, give me 5 minutes. I need just make my mind up, like little bit put my stress off, and then I can talk to you.
But you should drink tea because you told me that the solution is tea.
Yeah, that's what we're doing all the time.
Okay. So, looking at this, you guys live outside your countries.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have some kind of social support system in terms of like family or friends, like that you sort of in case you need to speak or you need to just spend some time? Do you have that kind of social support here?
We all have some other friends. Mm-hmm. So he have some friends. I also have my friends. And yeah, what I can say, we try to find support on each other all the time, and even when we don't like something, we try to discuss about it. So sometimes if I'm angry to him, I never just with my angriness go away. No, I came to him and said, I'm angry because of this, and you should understand me and make me happy. That's all. Or he tried to make same to me and talk and explain why he don't like something in me. Because it's important. If I just gonna close it and go to talk to someone else and not to him, he will never understand what's happened between us. And also, it's one thing. Uh, if I'm gonna talk to my friends, for example, they will change their mind about him or about me.
Yeah.
And then after, we cannot communicate all together as same as before.
Yeah.
So that's why I tried. I had some similar situation like that when we lost our friends because of this, because I share some my private things. Yeah, and then these people change their mind. It was really horrible for me. But I think what's happened is happened. It's means these people should go away from our life. But anyway, yeah. When we need to talk someone, I can call my family. I can call his family. I can call my friends, and he also can make same. It's not easy to live far away from your country because also a lot of my good friends they still live in Ukraine. Yeah, and we don't have much time to talk to each other, because sometimes we don't talk for 6 months, like for a long time we don't talk, and then we have just one call for 2-3 hours, and my husband screaming at me, Veronika, it's how long you can talk? And I say, just 3 hours, it's nothing for me. No, I can't speak more because it's my friends, like this. And he also, he's so communicative, and also, when he talked to his friends, his family, he talked for long time, and his family is so huge. And anyway, they always support me, even if we have some trouble and some discussion. They never support him; they always support me. So I'm the good one. And they always say like, you should learn Veronika, you should support her, you should help her. Yeah. So sometimes I feel lonely. Yeah. Because I miss my parents or I miss my friends in Ukraine. But I know what I'm not lonely. No, I know it because I feel this huge support from his family and friends what I have here. And I know what everything has happened. Doesn't matter if something happened, I can contact them and they will come to me. So because before I think like, oh my gosh, world is so huge. Even go to different cities, it was like something special, like you prepare for this for a long time. But now I can understand what I can buy tickets and go to another country easily if I will need it, and it's not that difficult.
So you have small family size. So yeah. Exactly. So it means you don't have many siblings.
I have a brother. Mm-hmm. He's a little bit older than me. And now he moved to Germany.
So you're only two?
Yeah, we are only two in our family.
So you really have a very small family.
Yeah, because I don't know. In our country, it's normal to have like 1 or 2 kids. Yes, feel like it's already a big family, and not many people want to have that big family because it's expensive, and we should give everything to these kids, like to all of them, and school, find good school, and clothes, and food, and other things. So it's really all expensive, and our parents worked always hard to give us everything what they can, and that's why I know what it's really hard for some people have a lot of kids at the same time. I don't know, but 100 years ago in Ukraine, they
people had 5 or 6 or
even 10 or 12. For me, it looks crazy. But also my husband, they Turkish, and they also have like big family. But for now, a lot of things has changed, and they also have like 2-3 kids maximum. They don't give birth for 10 kids as it was long time ago.
I see. In my country, it's still okay to have 7 or 10 kids. It's normal. I know people have more than that.
Yeah, for some countries it's good, but you also now you have only one kid, and you understand how it's important to give to your child everything that you can,
Yeah.
because you work so hard, your wife works so hard. It's really life is expensive, and if you're gonna have 10 kids,
10 kids.
you will not have any possibility to give them all your best.
Of course, it's impossible to
Yeah,
raise
that's
10
why
kids.
people start to think logically what they can give to their child.
Yes. So now let's come back to Prague.
Yeah.
So when you moved to Prague, were there certain things that you saw that were first time and then you were shocked about them? Like when you moved to Prague, some
Actually, not many things make me shocked because I'm from Ukraine. So, but when I started working in this Russian restaurant, I talk a lot with my colleague, and they say, "Oh my gosh, Czech people so stupid, or Czech people so weird, never date with Czech guy, never have any relationship with
Czech guy.
with Czech women as well, because they always gossip, they ugly, they never care about themselves, as we are, you know." And I was when I started to talk to Czech people, I realized what they're smart. They also go to university. Why people think like what only from other country people come and study in their university here, but Czech people don't like it. No, they like it. They go to university.
Of course, they are.
They're smart.
Actually, they go to school. A lot of Czech people are well educated.
Yeah. But I don't know why all Russians think like, no, they don't go to university because they're so bored, because they don't want, because they're lazy, but they're not. They're really smart, they know a lot of things, they're so friendly and open-minded, and a lot of people know English, and a lot of people even learn any other language. Yeah, it's popular to learn German language because we're close to German as well. So they're not stupid at all. Why we think what they're stupid, I don't know. But I was surprised, I was shocked that they drink a lot of beer. You know, like they can
drink a lot of beer. But
I don't know where they
you
have.
don't drink a lot of beer.
They do.
But
Like everywhere they drink, but here they drink more.
okay, so they drink everywhere, but here they drink.
Yeah, I was shocked how they have this power and they don't get drunk so fast after all this beer. But I don't know, but because also they have like this kind of fat meal, you know, like the svichkova and other things.
They're very heavy.
Yeah, it's very heavy, and that's why they drink a lot, eat a lot, but they're happy.
Yes, I also have information that you are a professional chef.
Yeah, I am. But I'm more professional pastry chef.
Professional what?
Pastry chef.
Pastry chef.
Yeah.
I guess one day we will have your cafe or some kind of a bistro somewhere. We will have to come and have coffee and have some bakes.
Maybe.
Really? I see. But
you know, first when I just was kids, I think I'm gonna work like as a teacher because all of my family is a teacher, and yeah, I think like it's really mine. You know, I like kids. I want to spend time with them. I will teach them literature and language and other things. So, but when I grow up, I understand what I don't want to have any. I don't want to deal with kids at all.
You don't like the responsibility.
It's not about responsibility because in Ukraine we have different kind of rules. You know, like rules. Yeah, you have something that's written on paper, and you should learn kids just think on this way.
Okay, so it should just be on that in that same way that as it has been given to you.
Yeah. So you ask what do you think about this, but you already have some expectation also. And if people think differently, for you it's already like wrong. But I'm not like this. I think what I'm thinking. I don't care what other people think. So that's why for me, like I don't want to teach someone to think like all. I want what kids grow up and
to be open-minded, to be able to learn different stuff.
Yes, and show yourself and was with open mind and grows with open mind. But in Ukraine, our system a little bit like
Very
this.
close.
Yeah, very, very close. And then I just think like, what I can do all like something else. And from my childhood, I remember my family cooks also a lot, and I help them a lot. And I bake some cake and cookies all the time at home. And I think like, okay, I can do this. And then I went to some school, and I learned how to be a pastry chef, how to cook nice, how to make some cake. And I started work with this. You know, I was studying, and at the same time I make some order for my mom's colleague and make them cake, and for my family as well. And that's how I have my first money.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It was not bad actually. No, for someone who like 16 years old, you already make some cake and have fun and also have money from this. It's totally nice.
Yeah, even if it's 1 crown. Yeah.
It was more.
Yeah, but at least I'm just saying that even if it's 1 crown, at least
Yeah,
it means
yeah.
that your effort paid off.
Yeah,
One,
yeah.
people like the
Exactly.
cake, and two, you also got something from it.
Yeah. And people was like what I'm doing, and I was so excited and so happy to make something nice. And yeah, I always work so hard. You know, it's not easy job at all. And also in Prague, when I came, I worked like a chef. And then I a couple of times changed my job, and I worked all the time in the kitchen. And it's really hard work for women because you stay in your leg like 14 hours.
On your wow.
Yeah,
To be
so
standing on your feet.
yeah. So it's not that easy to work that time, and you don't have any time to sit. For example, you're just always doing something and cooking and serve to people and other things. So it's not easy at all. But it's something at the same time what I like it.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like I'm already almost 30, so I need to think logically what I want to do on the rest of my life, because I don't want to work as a chef all the
All
time.
the time.
Yeah, because also what I don't like, you know, I'm in Ukraine. We have a huge corruption, a lot, and that's why I moved my country, because I don't want to live with this corruption all the time. And when I came to Czech Republic, I realized what they also have this kind of things here. It's not that big as in Ukraine, but anyway, it's still there as well. And for example, when you work in some restaurant, they don't pay for you all salary on paper. So you have double salary, one which a small one in your paper, on your documents, and another one they pay you
On your hand.
to your hands, yeah. And that's why if you want to have kids, for example, if you want to do some other things, they will never count it for you all your income. So that's why I was looking for a job where I can have all my salary in my documents.
All my documents, and
To
the
be sure.
contribution that you are making, everything will reflect.
Yes, to be sure, if something will happen, if I will be pregnant, for example, I will have my money, I will have some help from government, I will have normal work, because when you're pregnant and work 14 hours in the kitchen, it's also a bit crazy. So I was working hard, and for me it's enough, and now I want to change something, and I change my career.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So, well, let's look at. So, what advice would you give to someone who is scared, whether a lady or a gentleman who is scared of entering into a relationship of different cultures or different nationalities? What advice would you give to such a person? Because people shouldn't be scared. I think it's beautiful.
You know, I think like everyone is scared. Everyone, and it's really normal to be scared, because you never know about this country, about other people, about their traditional things.
Yeah.
So it's normal for people to be scared, but you should read a lot of information. You should always try to learn something new, and travel a lot. It also helps, because your mind will,
Yeah, your mind opens up.
yeah, it will be open more and more all the time. And then you can try. Even, you know, for beginning, you don't need to jump into a relationship. You can just have some like friends, like from different kind of country, and you will understand what these people so interesting. What they know a lot of things. They've been to also different kind of country. They're really smart, they're cool, and you will change your mind totally. It's really important. Don't think only about relationship with someone. No, just think positive to learn about other people, about other country, about other culture. Yeah, and then if you will feel something, you can stay in a relationship with someone, with some person. But for beginning, I think like I also never dream like about this kind of relationship, or I will have like some man from other country. But it just happened from I don't know from nothing. It just grows.
So everyone should be open to possibilities of anything.
Yes, yes. You know, our world has changed a lot. We not longer stay only in one city or one country. We can travel. We can do what we want. We can have friends where we want, and also we have a lot of social media. You even can stay in some one country and talk to someone who lives in different continent, for example. Yeah, so it's really nice because all worlds open for us. So we just should be also open to this world.
This world. Wow, that's good. Wow, thank you so much. We hope that at least we will have many people who think like you, who will be willing to enter into relationship with people from different cultures without prejudice, because the person was stereotyping the other culture, and accepting people the way they come with. Thank you so much for your time. It was my pleasure to interview you.
Yes, thank you so much too.
Okay, so hello guys. So please do share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for your time.